Hi guys, Attorney Walter Hnot. Now we're going live a little bit early because we're picking up the pace right now because we've got 4 videos to do today. Now here's the bottom line that I want to go right into. These are the 5 questions for essentially disability hearings where you'll be sitting in front of the judge and the judge will go ahead and ask you these questions while you're fighting for Social Security benefits. Now, I'm going to move the microphone a little bit over to here. What you need to know is the following. These questions specifically are about hygiene. So if you're trying to get supplemental security income or Social Security disability insurance benefits, these are the questions that are going to be relevant for essentially hygiene. Now, you might think, why is hygiene that important? Does it really make any sense? I mean, is it something they're going to usually ask about? Yes. And you should also be using counter answers, whether you're asked directly about hygiene or not, in your answers during that administrative law judge hearing at the Office of Hearings Operations. Let's get into question number 1, but please remember to use the like button. The like button is your finger, and don't be stingy with it. Let's get right to it. Number 1, do you shower on a regular basis? This is a great question that a lot of judges will ask, specifically when somebody is claiming depression. If somebody's claiming depression and they're having a hard time, they're usually not showering on a regular basis. It's usually like every 3rd day or 5th day or maybe once a week. And so that also tells the judge more about when they're putting on new clothing. So that's something to consider here. The next question is, do you need to sit let me go back to the shower question. Also, musculoskeletal limitations. If somebody has a lot of issues with their knees, their back, their hips, their neck, things like that, they're going to be taking fewer showers because they're afraid to go into the shower. So, a lot of these people will get, for example, some sort of walker with a seat to get to the shower, and then they'll have inside the shower a bunch of grab bars, and then they'll have a shower stool or a shower chair. Now, number 2, do you need to sit or lean while showering? What about difficulty getting in and out of the shower? So a lot of claimants miss an opportunity to talk about their limitations when it comes to their ability to go ahead and move around their house. And this is one specific to the shower. You should be able to talk about the height of the wall that you have to climb over to get into the shower. Is it a 1-foot high wall? Is it a 2-inch high wall? Is it a 2-foot high tub that you've got to crawl over this giant edge? That's important because it will help the judge understand why you have so many difficulties and what you specifically built into the house to allow you to be able to get into that shower. So that's very important. We're now going on to question number 3. Question number 3, please remember to like. Don't be stingy with the like button. What is more difficult for you? Shaving, washing your back, or shampooing your hair? And I'm just going to break this one down so you know exactly what the judges tend to be thinking when it comes to this. When we talk about shampooing hair, we're talking about the ability to go ahead and lift your arms above your head and go ahead and rub in shampoo. The reason this is important is that people will be found disabled if they can't reach their arms above their heads bilaterally, meaning that both hands above their head at the same time. Because if you can't do that, almost every job has some aspect to it where you have to put something above your head. And so you'll usually receive a vocational allowance if you can't get your hands above your head or consistently keep them there. The next one is washing your back. So we're wondering, how do you do it? Do you go ahead and hold some sort of longer towel between hand and hand behind your back? Do you use a scrub brush? Are you able to go ahead and just kind of try with your hands to go ahead and do it? Are you able to reach backwards? This is important for rotation of the arms. It's important for rotation of the neck. It's important for rotation of the shoulders. It's important for hand limitations. This tells us essentially what's going on when it comes to your ability to, think about it. When you got to move, you got to like do this thing and this thing, you're doing all these movements and changes and modifications to your body. There's a lot of rotations there. And that essentially tells the judge, is this person with a back problem a fibber or are they telling the truth? Now let's get to the second or third part of it, shaving. Shaving can be tricky because shaving requires, it's not like soap. Soap is swishy, swishy, swish. I've got soap bubbles, yay. Whereas with shaving, it's totally different. Shaving, you got to swishy, swish, get the stuff ready, right? Depending on where you're doing it. And then basically you got to hold this tiny little stick, right? And then at the end of the stick are razor blades. And you've got to very carefully, let's call it like it is, right? Women's razor blades that they have out there, much easier to shave with because, they got that giant soap bar thingy around it. I have no idea what it's called. And then, basically the guy one's not so much the same, but still, they do the job. So the point is, when it comes to, holding a razor consistently without tremors in your hand and being able to go ahead and shave, that tells the judge a lot about the accuracy and focus of your body when it comes to fine, manipulative, detail-oriented work. So let's say that somebody is able to shave. That means they're probably able to hold a pencil and write. It means they're probably able to go ahead and cut something that's very small and straightforward that you want to have a consistent line at. It tells them a lot of those details. Okay. All right. Now let's go into this. Number 4, are any movements difficult for you, such as reaching upwards, backwards, or bending down in a shower or toilet situation? So a lot of people always do not like to talk about the toilet, going to the bathroom, things like that. We all understand why, but from a disability standpoint, that potential situation, a lot of people have a difficult or an easy time sitting down, but they have a difficult time standing back up, right? It could be that they were sitting for too long. They have to be in the toilet for an extended amount of time. Their legs go numb because they've been sitting all that time, or it could just be that they have a difficult time with their back. What grab bars have been installed? What's the procedure for using it? Things like that, which is actually important for your disability hearing, but most people shy away from it. So keep that in mind. Don't sell that one down the river when it comes to bringing it up for a hearing. Now, the other thing is when it comes to bending down in a shower, right? Let's say one time a judge asked this. I was shocked. I was brain eaten by an amoeba, shocked. I couldn't even think when the judge came out with this question. And the question was, where do you keep your soap in the shower? And my brain was like, oh, evil question. Oh, but it was a good question. It was an evil, but it was also a good question. So basically, if you keep stuff in the shower down low, what does the claimant have to be able to do to go ahead and get it if they're standing up in the shower? Well, they got to bend down. If they keep it up high, that means that they can reach above their head or at face level to get it, right? It was a good question. It was a scary question. And to be honest with you, my claimant did not do well on it. I never prepared my claimant for that. And to be fair, it had never come up before. And to be fair, it was a good question, but now you know it. All right. Remember, use the like finger. It looks like this, except yours is different. And it likes to click the like button. That's its thing. All right, let's get to it, guys. Here we go. Number 5. Do you have any hygiene functions that are required as a result of your impairments that are not practiced by those who are not impaired? And they phrase this one differently. You could phrase it a different way. You could say, is there anything you have to do in the bathroom that other people wouldn't have to do? Right? That's how it usually comes out. Oh, tough question. Because, everybody's like, that's my special zone. I go in there and it's private. I don't want to talk about it. I don't talk about it with my doctors and blah, blah, stuff like that. But here's the thing. Here's why that's a good question. What do you do and how have you modified that bathroom to make it work in a positive way for your impairments? That is an incredibly good question. Because think about it. You're basically giving the judge, you can give him one of a couple of, oh, nothing really, Your Honor. Nothing, no new change, nothing changed, no. Well, that means you haven't customized it in any way. But if you're saying to the judge, well, Your Honor, I had to put mirrors at a lower level because I'm usually at a lower level in the bathroom. I had to go ahead and make sure that all of my stuff is in the drawers that I can actually reach, not at the very low ones. I had to make sure that when I go into the bathroom, there's special mats that are rubber on the floor so I won't slip, because slipping and fall risk is a huge thing for me. I had to make sure that there were grab rails placed throughout. I had to make sure that basically when it comes to a carpet-based material that can get dirty easily, that I had to switch to something else. Those are all amazing ways to explain to a judge that you have essentially taken what you need to do as a disabled person to make it work for you. And then, of course, there's other contraptions and things like that that people build to go ahead and utilize, the restroom and the bathroom and the shower and things like that. Don't forget to bring up the unique ways that you have to brush your teeth, the issues that you have. A lot of people, they'll go ahead and have, some surgery done, and then all of a sudden they feel a ringing sensation when they go to brush their teeth. A lot of people go through this thing where they can't smell a certain soap when they go to shower. They just can't be around that soap. It makes them nauseous. There's all these little things that you have to keep in mind. That would be excellent forms of testimony to tell the judge that link you to your impairments. Now, after this video, which is about to happen, we are going to be going to the 100K thank you video. And that 100K thank you video is basically where we've got 100,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. Now, here's the thing. As the most viewed and subscribed to disability attorney in America, the bottom line is this. Okay, when it comes to basically that video, I'm going to be starting and opening up what's going to be happening with this channel in the future, which is that there's going to be another section to it that we're going to be going into, which is going to be important. I will catch you at the next video, but please remember to like, please remember to subscribe, please remember to click all. And the thing that I love waking up to in the morning are seeing these little 5-star reviews on Google. I absolutely love them. You don't have to leave a 5-star, you can leave whatever, but go to Google and type in Disability Resolution Law Firm or Disability Resolution Florida, and then leave a review right there. If you need a disability attorney, you know who to call. I will catch you a little bit later, and you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in 5 minutes at the celebratory video. See you soon. All right, bye-bye.